welcome inside. Bill Copeland Arena here for tonight's Friday night matchup between SFU Hockey and Vancouver Island University. Obviously, the SFU non-conference team playing last night against Trinity Western. They got a game close in the end, but after that.
Yeah, it was a flat start last night, but SFU battled back late in the game. Came so close to a comeback. Obviously ended up 4-3, but yeah, big game tonight against their former BCIHL rival, the Vancouver Island Mariners, who are currently probably the class of the BCIHL.
Starting goaltenders for tonight is Jesse McKay for SFU and Matthew Fleet for Vancouver Island, the Mariners.
Jesse McKay obviously came in for the second half of the game last night.
Yep.
And Matthew Fleet was very solid for Vancouver Island last year. He had a 189 goals against average, 933 save percentage, and 9 wins. So, yeah, he's back along with Jeremy Robar in the goaltending for VIU this year.
We'll get O Canada going, and then we'll be back.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us, with glowing hearts we seek the render to North strong and free, from far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
A live singing of the national anthem, pretty rare sometimes, but always nice.
Yeah, always a treat when we get the anthem singer in the building. We should be in for a pretty good match. Like I said, obviously SFU non-conference team. Vancouver Island Mariners, pretty much the class of BCIHL. They are not the champions last year. UVic beat them after another season that VIU were on the top of the standings. Maybe an upset, if you will. But I think you still kind of have to call VIU. You know, they're the dominant team in the BCIHL. They're the team probably a beat. I guess you know UVic as the defending champions probably has a bit of that title, but
yeah,
I think probably VIU, they are probably a team to beat. So a big challenge for them going against an SFU team that's obviously had pretty competitive results against UBC. You know, tough game against Trinity Western last night, but obviously in that sphere.
VIU had a lot of changeover last year, and you know, second year, third year with a lot of these guys, you know, and they still have some players like Noah Danforth, Carson Erhard, who I think was one of the top scorers of the BCIHL last year.
Their top forward core is largely the same, but defense lost a bunch of guys. Tyson Lotard, Max Struss.
Oh, yes. Erhard tried to feed it behind the net. Missed everybody. Maxwell gets it to Franklin, who backhands it to the near side. Wickham off the boards, doesn't get it out. Bannock was there. Bannock still got it. Dawkins works it through. Tried to chip it behind the net to Maxwell. He eventually gets it there, but Wickham gets a stick on it. Grabus had the puck for a moment. Bannock. Oh, now a chance. Maxwell was trying to get it, but his stick was lifted. And now here come the Mariners. It's Erhard to center. Knocked down by Dawkins. Erhard follows up. Enters the zone. Erhard tried to make a move and got lost. And now Maxwell lifts it high, and he'll go for a change, and everybody will restart here. Danforth fed it ahead, but Miles was right there and intercepted. Goes to the side boards. Young was ahead of him. He couldn't get it. Jackson Goods now for the Mariners. Gets it to Lee. Drops it back to Goods. He'll shoot. Goes wide, blocker side. To the point. Shot doesn't get through. Stopped by SFU is Miles. Now Erickson bats it off the boards and out. Young's working on Danforth. Gives it away to Robinson. I think he tried to find Erickson in the middle, but he wasn't able to. And that'll go back. Lee can't get there for the Mariners, and it'll be an icing call against VIU.
And yeah, I think the big thing for SFU, and probably something I imagine the coaching staff is probably stressing, is how they come out of the gate, how they play early on in the game. Last night, Trinity Western, that was a very, very winnable game. It was a game where they probably should have done a lot better than they did, but they started the game pretty flat. Tonight, they can't underestimate this Vancouver Island University team.
Rampton in front. Potvin shoots, blocked. Chan thought about pinching for a moment, but Burgesson was right there. Now Potvin over the red line into the Mariner zone. Potvin leaves it for Rampton. Rampton making moves. Still has, gives it to Speranza. And a good chance. Stopped by Fleet.
Gray Rampton, one of the highlights of last night, a goal and 2 assists. Led the team with 3 points last night, and yeah, very nearly willed the team to come back.
Face off. Now to the far side, Schmidt. Turning and shooting was Fraser. Made the save. Dawson in the middle, puck shot on, and Fleet had to be good there as he got the tip. Dawson stole it for a moment, but then it was sent back in by Owen Weiss. Dawson. Schmidt. Miles. Fraser. Miles blocked by Weiss. Dawson gets a loose puck. Back to Robinson. Dawson fans on the pass. And VIU is able to get it out where Robinson will go back to his own zone. Robinson. Shot right on Fleet. He just blocked it out of the netting for a whistle.
I suppose now is as good a time as any for one of our first broadcast sponsor shoutouts. Tonight's first period brought to you by Nova Drywall. Visit them online at www.novadrywall.com.
Mariners won the draw. SFU keeps it in. Chan shoots. He's hoping for a tip. I think Gravis got it. But Cook. Franklin. Chan. Power. Bannock took it away from Power as he mishandled it. Now it's taken away. Maxwell tried a shot. Got stick lifted at the last moment. Strome sends it in on Mackay. He holds on for a whistle.
SFU with the pressure early on, definitely some good cycling, and that one really strong chance that Fleet was solid to have.
Behind the net. Now comes back to the Mariners. Taken away by Erickson as he enters the zone. Feeds it for Ceccarelli. Goes right through. Almost misses Young. And now Brooks. Lost it. Danforth checked by Ceccarelli. Ceccarelli tried the spin. Unable to. Oh, into the middle for Cekkarelli. He had to take out his backhand. He wasn't exactly available. Young behind the net. And for Ryerson scores! Kyle Young waited just a minute. And Walker Erickson with a perfect shot, top shelf on glove side, and gives SU the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, what goal, what a setup. You know, SFU's just been pressing early, and I think doing everything that they need to do in this game, and they're rewarded for it early. They had that one chance earlier, that one dynamite chance as well, and Walker Erickson, he finishes.
Mariners after the goal, trying to put some pressure back on. It's been pretty much all SFU thus far. Speranza. Taylor Brooks gets the second assist, so Erickson from Young and Brooks. And SFU has a 1-0 lead and a face-off in the VIU zone. Shot by Ramsden, took a deflection, went high. Robinson, blue line. Speranza. Rampton. Finds Speranza, scores! I think Fleet lost it in the passing play, and it was ripped home by Speranza, which I believe is his first career SFU goal.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that early. Just a lot of pretty passing and guys capitalizing on their opportunities. Good to see Speranza with his first goal in the Red Leafs jersey. Obviously if you're SFU, this is how you drew up to start the game.
Goods took a shot off the face-off as SFU's really putting the pressure here. But the Mariners are trying to get something back. Franklin to Chan. Given away, and now here come the Mariners. Good passing play. But Lee couldn't get a stick on it, and a dangerous chance goes wide. Rampton gets a lone assist on the Speranza goal. And SFU's up 2. Fraser. Franklin was trying to feed Dawson, but it took a deflection and came out. Chan. Schmidt. Tipped on, puck's loose. Grabba's trying to put it home. Now it does. It's Ridge Dawson. And they keep on coming. It's 3-0.
Ridge Dawson with a big goal last night as well. Yeah, so far it's just been all SFU, and early on, yeah. It's been pretty much a shooting gallery so far.
Grabbas and Sato wins the draw for the Mariners. It's given away. Grabbas finds Maxwell. Tried to go sharp angle, took a deflection and out of play for the whistle. Well, that's a pretty furious couple minutes.
Yeah, it's been a furious couple minutes. SFU, they've been really aggressive around the net. So a lot of these, it's been where there's one shot and like a rebound or whatever, and SFU's just right there just to capitalize on it, to make sure collecting any of those loose pucks. It's obviously going to be a tough matchup for these Mariners, but they got to figure out, some way to keep SFU from the front of the net.
Weak shot was blockered away. And now Dawkins has it. As Brooks and Dawkins get the assist on the Dawson goal. Daniels into the middle. Crochet couldn't take a shot. Shot gets too many bodies, and now a good pass here. Maxwell, he's got Bannock with him. Maxwell makes a toe drag, fires a shot wide. As he gets checked. Bannock trying the rebound chance. Maxwell's slow to get up as he took a bit of a hit when he tried to make that move. And pause comes in for the Mariners, and it's shot on Mackay. Oh, he's going to play it. Why not? Robinson plays it around the boards. Strom shoots. It took a deflection and went wide. Deflection by Power. Erickson now has the puck for the SFU, and they'll play it out. Gravis. Make some moves. Get around Truswell. Puck's taken away by Pause. I'm not sure why they stopped the puck, but anyway. Goals were, well, the first goal happened at 14:48, and 48 seconds after it was Speranza. Then about
yeah, it was definitely a furious
just
start.
over a minute,
and, you know,
they scored again.
Not much time between the goals.
Wickham played the puck ahead, and SFU took it away, and now stretch pass looking for Young. Missed him, and it goes all the way down for an icing call.
Yeah, definitely, you know, it is a tough matchup, and Mariners got to find some way here, you know, get something going offensively, you know, get some zone time. Obviously, once SFU gets in that offensive zone, they're just buzzing, but if the Mariners can figure out a way to...
Sideboards, Young whips it down, and I think that's going to be icing again. It will come all the way back to the SFU zone. This is the last time we're going to see the non-conference team for a bit.
Yeah, until, well, at least from a broadcast standpoint.
Right, for us.
Maryville.
Yes.
Back-to-back games on the 5th and 6th of December.
But we'll get a whole lot more of VIU as the puck was shot out of play. Coming up soon in the BCIHL.
But the first contest we'll see these guys. Obviously, the SFU BCIHL team starts next month. I think their first home game is on the 17th of October.
There you go.
So
I think that's the next time you'll hear us.
Yes.
Is that day.
That is.
Get your Nick and Austin fix. As Ethan Jones wins the draw for the Mariners. Turning and spinning, deflected to the corner. Earhart. Chan. SFU trying to get it out. They don't come away. Jones shoots. And Mackay makes a save and holds on for the whistle.
Yeah, Mariners trying to apply some pressure. I think, you know, obviously once things get into the offensive zone, SFU is just going to really, you know, they kind of can do what they want tonight. But maybe where the Mariners can press a bit is, you know, on offense and try and make SFU sweat in the defensive zone.
Here come the Mariners with numbers. Potvin, he'll shoot. 5-0 scores.
But yeah, once SFU comes going the other way, there's just right at the moment there's no stopping them. There's just VIU's having a hard time figuring out. Potvin, who is, you know, just so good last season.
Yes. I think it was Rampton who fed him the puck. I'm not sure. They almost were coming in again, but it was offside at the line. We'll get it from our announcers shortly. Fraser battling with Cook. Rampton gets an assist. Yeah, Rampton gets a lone assist. Second assist of the night for Gray Rampton. And Popton makes it 4-0. Chan. Oh, almost had Schmidt. But a good stick from Burgesson to stop that. Chan has it again, makes a move. He came off the toe of his stick, so missed, but Fraser was able to collect it off the boards. Now Dawkins had it for a moment, and then Dawson, that's going to be a tough one. Played it back. Bennett's there for the Mariners. Tries passing, he's got Burgesson with him and trying to find Cotillier. But it was ahead of him, and then he tried a shot and it hit the stick, or the skate, sorry, of Brooks. Now here comes Fraser. Austin Fraser, he'll shoot. Gloves by Fleet, and he holds on for the whistle.
Josiah Bennett, one of the new additions to this Vancouver Island Mariners team. Had some WHL experience with the Brandon Wheat Kings and the Prince Albert Raiders. Ended his junior career in the States with the Ontario Junior Reign, where he had 19 goals, 33 assists, and 52 points in 37 games. One of the new guys on the Mariners this year that we'll probably be seeing a bit more playing against SFU, BCIHL.
It seems a little late. I just, you know, usually after a goal or something, you call a timeout. It's a bit of a late timeout here from VIU, but I guess I'm not a coach, so I don't know. As the teams disperse back to the face-off dot, it'll be to the left of Fleet. Bannock was spinning, he lost his eye. I'm not too sure, nobody was really moving. Not too sure what thinking was there, but Miles has it for SFU in his own zone. Plays it to Robinson, who plays it to Gravis. Puck comes out for SFU, so they'll have to regroup and reset. Puck's tipped out of play by Gravis. And the faceoff, I think, will come all the way back into the SFU zone. Nope, I lied. Faceoff just outside the VIU zone. Erickson. Robinson. Rips it around. Young. Played ahead by Austin Daniels, and it's going to go all the way down, and I think it might have touched somebody, so that's not icing. And then the stick of Sato got in the way of Robinson's pass, and the puck went out of play, and a face-off in the SFU zone.
Got a little bit stop and go right now.
Blocked. And now Young comes away with it. Takes a deflection, now Ceccarelli. Erickson. Penalty coming up to the Mariners, it seems. Oh, they're going to call a hit to the head. And I think he just got a, no, I guess that's hit to the head plus misconduct, I guess.
Yeah, this will be a tough one for.
It'll be an SFU power play.
For the Mariners, obviously pretty much all game, it's kind of felt like once SFU's in the offensive zone, they've just had their will. Like, you know, it's, the game just, they can kind of just do what they want. But so be a big test for the Mariners to see if they can kill this off.
Still haven't put the time. I'm assuming it's 2 and a 10. Yep. So SFU's on the power play for 2 minutes. And they win the draw a little too cleanly as puck comes all the way out and they'll restart. Schmidt. Fraser. Robinson. Schmidt. Rampton. Back to Schmidt. Fraser. Rampton tried the quick pass over to Schmidt. Didn't get through, and now Robinson. Rampton, back to Schmidt. Dropped, Robinson got the communication. Down low to Dawson. Nice pass to find Rampton and a sharp angle shot. Fleet was there, he made the save and the net came off in the process. Minute 5 gone in the penalty to Daniels, being served by Bennett.
Definitely some good cycling early on. You know, SFU just basically got the space to do what they want, and haven't had too many shots.
Potvin. Quick spin by Maxwell. Find KʷikʷəɁ. His shot was deflected. And the puck sent down by the Mariners. VIU kind of almost won that puck. It was Landon Strome. Then a pass ahead. Nope, given away. And now SV's got a control of it again. Dawkins, Kʷikʷəヂ to Potvin. Potvin. Dawkins. Erickson. Dawkins. Erickson. Spins. Erickson. Dawkins. Shoots. Puck's tipped. Loose. Oh, it goes past Erickson. Penalty's about to be over. Bennett's back on the ice after serving Daniels 2 minutes. And now we're back to even strength and nothing doing on SVU's power play. Potvin. He gets it back, throws it on net. Fleet got his stick in the way, and now the Mariners going the other way. It's Earhart. Goes to the far side. Jones. Now over to Pause. Gets a shot, probably not the hardest shot he ever took, and Mackay makes the save. 5:18 to go in the first period. SV's up 4-0.
Yeah, clean shot, but yeah, Mackay saw it all the way. But one of those where you just gotta take the shot and see what happens.
Hunter for the Mariners gets it back to Pause. Sends it in. Puck's bouncing around. Now it's Bannock. Puck's lifted. Pause. Trying to work it out. SVU players are working on him, and they are able to get the puck. Chan, but he gives it away to Hunter. Bannock comes back to help. Earhart shoots. Blocked away by Mackay. Danforth to the corner. Jones battling there. Now the puck comes loose. And Franklin lifted high and out. I think that's gonna, nope, not be icing. Danforth missed it. Comes to Earhart on the near side. Gets it back to Danforth. Two of the longer serving Mariners. Into the middle, and good stick to deflect the chance away, but then knocked in by Miles. Bannock works off Wickham. Back to the point by Grabus. Finds Miles. Bobbled it for a bit, but he sends it right back down. Grabus on the far corner. Bannock. Puck's bouncing and out played to the boards by VIU. Then Hunter, once again, off the boards and out into the SFU zone, and they'll get a change. Robinson to Miles. Couldn't get around Cook. And now Kʷikʷəˋ's back to help, and he gets it out of the zone for a minute. But Cook gets it back, finds Goods. He sends it in. Miles. Robinson. Erickson off the boards, out. Puck sent back in by the Mariners, and Miles will take it again. Young. Ceccarelli. Young, tip, and then Fleet clears it to the boards. Goods got the puck lifted by Erickson. Walker Erickson tries to go around. Trustwell, he can't, plays it behind the net. Cook stepped in front of that. Burgesson does enough, and VIU gets it out. Dawkins, Erickson. He shoots, it's blocked. Young. He's checked by 2 VIU players. And now Brooks over to Dawkins. Tipped on by Schmidt. And Fleet's out to play it. Dawson throws a check. Bennett has it for the Mariners, and he goes cross ice and finds Wickham. Sends it right in on Mackay, and he just gloves it down and holds on for the whistle. 2:15 to go. Shots are 13-7 in favor of SFU.
Yeah, the game's definitely slowed down a bit. You know, games looked a little bit more even. VIU hasn't been, you know, allowing as many chances, and obviously, you know, up 4-0 SFU. You definitely wonder, you know, at this point, probably letting the foot off the gas a bit, but
It's probably not what Mark Coletta wants, but maybe a little more strategic playing, you know, get some zone time, work on some things, I suppose. Chan sends it back in. Pause. Puck sent down, and that'll be icing as Sato missed it.
VIU plays Trinity Western tomorrow night here in Langley, I believe at the Langley Event Center.
I think sounds right.
Well, I'm going off of memory because they play at either Langley Event Center or I think George Preston. But
yep.
I think it was
Langley Event Center, a very nice arena. Home of the Vancouver Bandits, Vancouver Giants. Formerly the Vancouver Stealth of the National Lacrosse League before they moved to Vancouver. Puck's in the feet, and it comes to the middle. And Bennett tries to make a move. He does well to work the puck right back off Rampton, but Speranza comes to help out, and Rampton plays it for Potvin. Max Potvin into the middle. Backhands one, I think looking for a tip. Robinson read the play nicely, and now he plays it to the far side. Rampton. He's checked. Puck kept in by Miles. The last minute of play here in the first is Speranza has it. SV's looking for a little more here. Robinson shoots. Took a deflection and goes out of play for a whistle and a face-off in the Mariners zone with 48 seconds to go. Off the boards, not out, kept in by Dawkins. Maxwell backhands it to Bannock. He's checked by Cook. Gravis pulls it away. Luke Gravis tried the backhand chance. Went over the net, and then a backhand deflected. Goes out of play for a whistle.
SFU some zone time late here. Haven't had, yeah, as we said, as many offensive chances, but
Dawkins. One last rush here as Brooks plays it to the near side corner. Maxwell's going to get there. Throws it into the middle. Bannock was there. It actually hit his foot. Back to the point. Brooks shoots, I think intentionally wide. Now a backhand chance from Bannock. Puck was loose, but time expires in the first. And SFU, well, they had a pretty productive 3 minutes, and then a couple minutes later made it 4.
Yeah, no, it was a really, really strong period for SFU. I think they probably did really want, after, you know, a tough loss last night, wanted to come out buzzing. And yeah, just in that, what was it, like 3 minute period or something? 3 minute, 4 goals, and at least in a pretty short amount of time. The rest of the period, VIU fared a lot better. You know, seemed to be able to keep SFU more to the outside, but you also kind of have to wonder at this point too, up 4-0. You know, probably some of the desperation to score is probably not quite there. So see what we get in the second period.
We'll see what we get in the second period, and we'll be back for it in a few minutes. Good evening. Welcome back inside Bill Copeland Arena here. Nick Torren alongside Austin Kozakar. A flurry of moments in the first period that gives SFU a 4-0 lead entering the second. Austin, take us through it.
Yeah, it was all SFU in that first period. Might as well just go through our scoring summary. Walker Erickson started scoring early with from Kyle Young and Dylan Brooks. And it seemed like it was just moments later that Speranza got his first goal as a Red Leaf from Gray Rampton. Ridge Dawson made 3-0 from Brooks and Tanner Dawkins. And a little while after that, I guess I don't know, like it was 3 or 4 minutes later, but maybe a little bit slower, Max Potvin scored the 4th goal of the first period, again from Rampton. It was all SFU. VIU, I think, did kind of stop the bleeding, but I'm kind of curious how to see the second period will shake out.
Just the one penalty in the first period. It was Austin Daniels for a hit-to-head, plus a 10-minute misconduct, and he's still in the box serving the rest of that 10-minute misconduct. But we are playing at full strength. And VIU gives it away, and now Bannock will enter the zone. Drops it, quick shot, goes wide. Maxwell turns, Bannock. Tries a backhand chance, the net comes off as it was completely sliding the whole time. Good to be back at Bill Copeland Arena.
Well, it seemed like later in the game last night, the net started coming off. I felt a little bit like we were at home.
Yep. I should start my tally again this year for the BCIHL team.
Prep it, yeah.
This is what the people want, I'm sure. As Hunter's making a chase here for VIU, he shoots. Mackay makes a save. Penalties coming up to the Mariners. I think it's going to be Earhart, and they're going to call a boarding call.
Yeah, tough one to take after a pretty good scoring chance for VIU. To VIU, to their credit, killed off the only penalty of the game.
Well, they did nothing on their first power play. They are 0 for 1. And we have a second one to see if they can do anything. Wait, what? Fraser off the draw. Robinson on the one-time chance goes wide, comes right off the boards, comes right to Fraser. Rampton takes a shot, took a deflection, goes out of play for a whistle. Gray Rampton wearing Eric Caligari's old number 92.
Yeah, and he's looked dynamite so far. He's been a difference maker in the games that we've seen. You know, just like last year, Max Potvin came to this team as a real revelation. In these first few games, it really seems like Gray Rampton is a revelation in the early going.
Fraser. Jam play, puck's loose. Oh, well, that didn't go in. Fleet with the toe. Robinson. Rampton. Robinson. Shoots. Fleet saves it, and he holds on for the whistle. Gray Rampton, Chilliwack, BC man. Former Langley Riverman. The BCIHL.
Some pretty good pressure early, some cycling. A few shots in net for SFU.
Mariners win the draw with 1:25 to go in the penalty. Mackay's out to play it, and he's going to leave it and throw a little check, and I think he's going to get a penalty for it. Now a chance here, short end, and scores!
And just the kind of break that VIU needed to get into the game. I think last year, Mackay can be a little bit risky in his puck play sometimes.
Landon Strome, the newcomer to VIU Mariners, gets them on the board shorthanded as a bit of a mishandle. Yes, you mentioned. I think he was going to get a penalty anyway. He was going to get an interference penalty. But scoring a goal negates it. And I'm sure
I think they'll take it.
VIU would take the goal over the 4-on-4.
It's like the, whatchamacallit, you get a penalty in football.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do.
Schmidt comes in. He tries a sharp angle shot. on Fleet. He makes the save. Rampton takes it away. Schmidt. Robinson. Fraser couldn't control the pass, and the Mariners are able to get it down. Unassisted, as we kind of knew. And now Fraser. Wanted to go in, but SFU was offside. Now Dawson, some miscommunication with feet. And now they've almost lost it. Well, now they got it. Now they got numbers here. 5-on-2. And they go offside. Of course
Too
they
many
do.
numbers.
Never fails.
Yeah, VIU, obviously we saw a little bit of chance for offside, but, maybe that goal gives them a bit of life. They look like they had another little opportunity down there.
Face off was won back by the Mariners, off the boards and out by Trustwell. Miles. Bannock. Time running out on the penalty, and the Mariners get it out, and it's still in. And Cotillier, they're going to call it a hand pass.
I don't think I saw the hand, but
I don't know. Powers trying to tell him, and ref's like, okay, well, what can I do?
too late now.
Whistle blows. My bad. Whatever. Penalty is over. We're back to 5-on-5. Puck's in the skates, and it's pulled away by Ceccarelli, who tried to find Young. Ended up back on the stick on Erickson, and now it's given away by Chan. Backhand chance from Earhart. Mackay had to be good. Cook shoots, blocked away by Mackay. Hunter. Earhart. Shoots! Not sure if that hit a body or Mackay, but it doesn't go through. Jones goes to the cross ice. Nobody was there. Erickson picks it up. Young bounced off his stick. Good old Bill Copeland bounce, which stopped Ceccarelli in his tracks, but Erickson comes away with the puck. Weak backhand doesn't get out. Burgesson will shoot, goes wide. Burgesson will try again. It's blocked by Dawkins. Ceccarelli finds Walker as he enters zone. He gets checked by Pause. Then a tip goes away, and Ceccarelli will enter the zone. They're on. I don't know, maybe they weren't. Burgesson. Lee. Checked, taken away by Dawson. Cross ice, Robinson couldn't take it. Burgesson took it for a moment, but now here comes Schmidt, and SFU's got some numbers. Schmidt drops for Dawson. They lost it, and now Burgesson. Offside at the line, where the Mariners' goods got pushed as Lee came in.
Yeah, for a few shifts here, the Mariners kind of turned around the game script. Like that first period, they looked vastly outmatched. The difference between these two teams looked pretty apparent, but the last few shifts, the Mariners, the SFU's got to be careful not to let the Mariners back in the game. They've had some good chances, and they've been looking a bit more dangerous.
The lead's 3.
Obviously a nice cushion, but we've seen those evaporate pretty easily.
They can, no matter who you're playing and who's in the game. Puck's deflected out of play for a whistle. 15-13 to go. Shot 16-12. Face off, Trustwell. Potvin. Shot takes a deflection. It goes wide. Clearing it out was Mode. It's played back in by SFU. Mode again. Power tips it. Icing's waved off as I think it hit Dawkins on the way through. Robinson. Big check from Robinson after he dished it to Rampton. And now Robinson again. Sends it in, took a deflection off a VIU stick, and Fleet comes out to play it and leaves it. Now Corbett. Chan. Puck's loose in the middle. I don't know if Mackay knew where it was the whole time, but he finds it and holds on for a whistle.
Yeah, Mariners definitely pushing hard to make something happen. Like I said, SFU's got to be careful. Like it's definitely been a quieter second period for SFU, and you know, honestly, one of the problems, the power play in the first period, the power play didn't look that crisp after, you know, a really dominant 5-on-5 stretch, and here obviously allowed to be a short-handed goal, allowing the Mariners kind of back into the game.
And they have the puck through the Mariners in their own zone. And they get it off the boards and out, and I think that's coming back, and that's going to be an icing call. From the Vancouver Island, team out in Nanaimo. Good old Nanaimo, BC.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, probably like I said, the class of BCIHL. UVic did have the championship last year, but VIU, since SFU split into two teams, you know, they've been just a dominant force in the BCIHL.
I mean, certainly for those last couple of years before this SFU made that jump.
Before SFU had the non-conference team,
they were right there.
VIU was always like the second team.
Yep.
You know, they were runner-up probably, was it 3 years in a row?
I think it was something like that, yeah.
Before they finally won.
Erickson gives it away. Daniels is out of the box after serving his misconduct. And now Ceccarelli gives it to Young. Bobbled it, sends it back. Erickson lets it go. Jones gets there before Ceccarelli, and the VIU gets it out. Chan off the boards. Ceccarelli. Puck takes a bounce, and now it's SFU coming the other way. Erickson drops it for Ceccarelli, saved by Fleet. Hunter picks it up for the Mariners, takes a deflection, but it goes right to Wickham. Jones had to take it off his skate. It goes through to Chan. Erickson lets it go, and Wickham plays it back into the SFU zone. Pass, knocked down by Ceccarelli. He's got a step. Ceccarelli can't get off. A great shot as he got in tight, and Fleet makes a save and holds on for the whistle.
Might as well do another broadcast sponsor shout-out. Tonight's second period is brought to you by Metrotown Mitsubishi. Plug in the savings at Metrotown Mitsubishi, Burnaby's family-owned dealer for 40 years.
Robinson. Puck takes a bounce and goes to Cook. Backhands it off Corbett. Gets it out. Oh. And I think an SFU is getting a penalty here. I think it's going to be Dawson. And VIU is going to get their first power play of the game.
Yeah, big opportunity. Like I said, Mariners look like they have a little bit more mojo in this second period. We haven't had a chance to see them on the man advantage. SFU, traditionally very good in the penalty kill. It's been a one, I think, you know, consistent thing kind of over our 10 years watching SFU. But last night, not so good. It was at least 3 for 4.
Yeah, it was 3 for 4.
They allowed 3 goals on 4.
I think it ended up 3 for 5, I think.
Certainly in the early portion of the game, it was like 3 straight power play goals allowed. A rarity for
Rarity for you, you're right.
Usually a strength of their game.
Roughing is the call. Some zone time for SFU, well, by Bannock anyway. And now they send it right back down. They've killed 30 seconds so far. Moat. Erhardt. He's checked only for a moment by Maxwell. Erhardt gets it back to Mode. Down low for Hunter. Erhardt. Jones. Over to the middle, takes a bounce. Erhardt drops it for Mode. Jones. Erhardt gets a shot. Mackay makes a save. Rebound chance, scores. Corbett. It's been all special teams for VIU as they cut the lead to 2. It's a power play goal for Corbett. It's 4-2.
Yeah, there it is. Early on in the power play, SFU is doing a pretty good job of clearing it and preventing VIU opportunities, but VIU capitalizes, and SFU's out of character PK woes continue. And we've got a game, 2-goal game.
SFU will try to make some noise. Push their lead back, but here come the Mariners again. Blockered away by Mackay. And now Potvin. Into the middle, Speranza. He's got one of the goals tonight, as does Potvin. And Rampton's got 2 assists. His line's been effective. Into the middle, tipped on, puck's loose, doesn't get through. Speranza plays it behind the net. Chan steps up, gets around the check of Lee. Potvin gets around Pause. Down low, Speranza gets there for a moment. Jones and Erhardt get assists on the Corbett power play goal, and we're 4-2, and they're coming again. Well, offside, as Burgesson was just ahead of Goods.
Yeah, as you said, yeah, the story tonight for VIU, at least so far, is special teams. Obviously, a shorthand goal, now a power play goal, and able to kill off the other SFU power play as well.
Franklin chips it in, and he'll chase. Plays to the far side, Young. Back to the point, Fraser. Takes a shot, went wide, Ceccarelli. Had it for a moment. Power took it for VIU, and then Young took it back, and now SFU are in their own zone. It's Franklin. Ceccarelli gets around. Then he lost it as Corbett comes back. Cook, shot deflected away by Mackay. Now battle, comes out, Ceccarelli. It's tipped and sent down. Dawkins. Young. Ceccarelli took a deflection. And here come Weiss. Tries to go cross ice, but it was Chan who was on the ice blocking the pass, and now he's got it away from Daniels. Chan, Schmidt. Whoa. Players, referees gone down. Not too sure who's at fault. Puck's thrown into the middle, cleared away by Fleet. SV still got it. Schmidt shoots, blocked by Mode. Schmidt still has it. Drops it for Brooks. Sorry, that's Dawson. 10, not 14. VIU gets it out. Hits the referee. Referees are having some fun in this little section of action. And now Dawson drops it for Schmidt. Had to take it on the backhand. Now it's into the corner. Near side corner, Dawson. Robinson at the point. Back to Dawson. He'll shoot, looking for a tip. It was more grab than tip. Now Schmidt. Down low to Dawson, even further to Fraser. Back to the point. Franklin took a shot, hit a stick. Goes out of play for a whistle and a face-off in the Mariners' zone. Shots are 20-17 in favor of SFU.
And yeah, now SFU's kind of scrambling to get back into, you know, the rhythm they had earlier. Like, whether it's, you know, VIU adjustment, whether it's letting their foot off the gas, it's now kind of felt a little bit like VIU's been a driver's seat. A good shift there by SFU in the offensive zone, but they need to get up more chances. I'm not sure if I was just imagining things, but I was pretty sure weren't shots like 18-3 for SFU or something close to that.
I don't think it was 18-3, but
something close.
Something close to that.
But now shots are 20-17. So
VIU's doing the work. Timeout, and I think kʷikʷəĽ, you can see him over there.
Yeah, definitely a message has got to be pick up the pace. Like, they came in that first period, you know, they looked like they vastly outmatched this VIU team, but in this second period, the Mariners are proving that they can play with these guys, and you know, I think Mark kʷikʷəḻ is probably telling them, hey guys, you got. There's definitely some pride in the line, you know, for both teams, but certainly SFU wants to win this one.
Well, face off, and there's 7:40 to go. SFU to make something happen here. Pause, misses it. But the Mariners get away with it, and here comes Hunter. He's got Jones with him, tried to feed him. Puck came out. Around the boards, Robinson plays it to Bannock. Bradley Bannock gets around the other number 22, Pause. Bannock still got it, gets to the point. Robinson quickly puts it on Fleet, blockers it away. Mariners can't get it out for the moment. Robinson has it. He'll put it right back into the near side corner. Maxwell tries to put it into the middle. Now around Maxwell. Bannock. Maxwell shoots right into the shins of Wickham, and he blocks it. Knocked down by Earhart. He lost the stick in the process as Robinson stepped up. SFU was offside, so have to reset that. Could have been too many men, and I think it's going to be too many men. Not a great change from SFU, and VIU's going to the power play, and their special teams have been their bread and butter thus far.
Yeah, you can definitely hear some frantic shouting there. And yeah, like I said, usually strength for SFU, the penalty kill. They've gotten away with, you know, some games where you know, they've probably taken too many penalties, but their penalty kill's on point. Between yesterday and today, right now, you know, hasn't been very good. Obviously allowed a goal in the first penalty in this game, allowed 3 last night.
Wickham. Now it's taken away by Young. Works through the check. Gets it off Ceccarelli's stick. Now he's giving it away. No, Ceccarelli wasn't there. Now Young shoots. Didn't get a good shot. Fleet. Oh, he plays it. I think all everyone thought he was going to stop it. But a glorious chance for SFU, and nothing happened.
A little bit of a revenge chance, you know, after they surrendered a shorthand goal earlier.
Wickham got taken away by Ceccarelli. Just over the stick of Young. So he had some space. Pause will play it back, and Ceccarelli and Young go for a change. Now here comes Wickham. Franklin. Gravis rips that down. Erickson serving the penalty. you're scoring at home. I don't think people score at home for hockey. I think it's more of a baseball thing. But right idea from Gravis is Bannock was working the puck at the blue line, and either way, you're clearing the puck out, so works just fine. Earhart drops it for Jones. He'll shoot. Mackay makes a save, holds on for the whistle.
Yeah, so far SFU allowing not too many chances on this penalty, but see the last 18 seconds.
It's given away. Fraser trying to loft it to Schmidt. It goes all the way through, and puck comes loose. Fraser, there was a little space if he was able to collect himself while spinning, but lost control of it. And here comes Corbett, the one who got the power play goal. And they scored. It's Corbett again. Just as the penalty expired. It's a one-goal lead, 4-3.
That was not quite a power play goal.
No, I think it was just after.
Well, it won't technically count as a tally against on the special teams, but yeah, I guess I don't know. The SFU special teams woes continue.
One-goal game as the Mariners have worked it all the way back.
Didn't seem like, it wasn't like a super, it wasn't a huge breakdown play, just a really good shot by Corbett.
Bennett enters the zone, goes over the net. Bennett shoots, blocked away by Mackay. Speranza. Cross ice. Lee tries to play it into the middle, but Mackay gonna get it down and hold on for a whistle.
Yeah, just what a reversal of fortunes. After that 3-goal spree in the first period, I just wouldn't have believed that, the Mariners would come back, but the game script's completely flipped. Looked like earlier we're headed towards a blowout, but instead the Mariners are within one, and
we got a game
looking kind of on top.
Here comes Maxwell coming. He tries a shot. Fleet makes the save. Back to Franklin. Over to the far side. And the chance goes away as the Mariners come out. Unassisted was the goal. Mariners are keeping it in just for a moment. Off the boards and out. Puck takes a deflection. Maxwell wasn't able to get to it. Strome gets to it first. Puts it near side to Wickham. And now Franklin. Stolen away by the Mariners. Sent right back in on Mackay. And VIU had to touch up, so he'll play it. Franklin. Maxwell couldn't get a stick on it and goes down for icing with 2:32 to go.
Yeah, just completely different feel to the game. It's now feels, VIU kind of feels in control. It's definitely going to be one of those things like, obviously we still got 2.5 minutes left to play, but for SFU, they're going to have to try and figure out some adjustments in the third period to try and kind of come out flying like they did in the first. We've definitely seen it a few times, 40-minute efforts, and so maybe that's the case, but.
Young takes a shot, hits an old man. Gravis was in the way. Now here come the Mariners with some numbers here, 3-on-2. Burgesson got tied up, puck still in Mariner possession, shot, puck's loose! Cleared to the boards. Robinson stops. But yeah, you say it's a bit reminiscent of last night's game. I mean, Trinity Western got out to that early lead, and SFU kind of kept chipping away. Ended up being 1 goal short, but
yeah, for sure. But obviously, VIU's got the period jump. You know, last night was
a lot more time
until third period.
We got a lot more time. Yes.
Be interesting to see how this game progresses, especially going to the third.
Erickson takes away. Now here he comes. Not sure what went wrong there. I think it went off the toe of his stick. Into the middle. Puck's on the back of the net. Now it's taken off. Dawson. Ceccarelli. Plays it back in deep. Cook works off Erickson. Ceccarelli. Dawson. Ceccarelli into the middle. Erickson finds it. Wraparound check. What a save by Fleet! Diving across to stop the Walker Erickson wraparound. Wow.
Absolutely huge. Like Erickson looked like, that looked like that was going in, but Fleet. Clutch play.
A few stick taps given to Matthew Fleet. As SFU will try to get something through here. Burgesson into the corner. Referee is in the way and gets out of the way, and now here comes SFU. It's Fraser. And offside is Schmidt. And a face-off just outside the zone with 34 seconds to go.
Yeah, Fleet with what could turn out to be a huge play. Obviously, you know, that changes the complexion of things if SFU is able to get that back to that 2-goal lead. But instead, we're still just at 4-3.
Dawkins over to Miles, plays it to the near side corner. Schmidt tries to play it into the middle, fanned. Now gets into the corner. Fraser. Jones takes it away. Off the boards, kept in by Dawkins. He does very nicely. Back to the point. Nobody was there, and 5 seconds to go. That's probably going to do it. And it does. An all VIU second period brings this game up. It's 4-3.
Yeah, just really, you know, I'd say a pretty big surprise, at least from what we saw in the first period. Because, like, in the first period, it just looked like, you know, SFU is just, the VIU is just outmatched playing SFU, but VIU has been chipping away at that lead, and, you know, a lot of points in the second period look like they're fully in control of the game. So it'll be interesting to see what adjustments are made in the third. Yeah, I think we should be in for a pretty good period of hockey now. We got one goal game.
We should. Third period shall be fun. We'll see you there in a few minutes. Good evening. Welcome back inside Bill Copeland and here to Nick Torrin alongside Austin Kozakar here for the third period between SFU and VIU. Not so interesting first period, 4-0 lead.
Yeah,
well,
real
VIU made it interesting.
turn of events in the second period. VIU kind of just took over. The scoring was all VIU. Strom, unassisted, short-handed, got VIU on the board, 4-1. Corbett, he had 2 goals, one in the power play, one from Ethan James and Earhart, and then one unassisted. And now we're sitting at 4-3 in a game that looked in the first period like it was going to be a blowout.
Yeah, short-handed and a power play goal included in that. They've scored in all phases of the game.
SFU still in the lead, but by thinnest of margins.
Pass to Maxwell, negates the icing. Now he's behind the net. Into the middle, gets to Chan, who shoots. Puck was loose for a moment, but Fleet's able to control it and hold on for the whistle. And
yeah, definitely curious how SFU is going to come out. A good early chance there, but obviously in that first period, there's some really fast, furious scoring. Looked like they took their foot off the gas and just haven't really been able to recover. But can they come out in this period and really press on VIU? Or are the Mariners going to continue their incredible comeback?
Robinson. Schmidt. Oh. Mackay covers the danger.
You definitely got to think in the intermission, there's probably an SV dressing room. There's probably a lot of words said. There's a lot of pride in the line. Obviously, VIU would be licking their lips to beat SFU. This team that left BCIHL essentially, even though there is an SFU BCIHL team.
Yep.
But for SFU, they do not want to lose this VIU team as well. So.
Battle in the corner. Lee gets checked in the boards by Miles. Coming to help out was Fraser, and he gets it to Dawson, who was looking for Schmidt. It goes right on Fleet. And he has to control it and hold on for a whistle.
But yeah, definitely a closer game than we would have predicted from what we saw in the first period. It was definitely one of those games where you're kind of looking at it and you're like, okay, we're in that kind of territory, the blowout territory. But now we've got a real game in this third period.
Daniels has it for the Mariners. He gets to the red line and sends it in. Potvin tried to take it. It was out of his reach. Mariners turn it around. Potvin comes away with a Chan. Dawkins was out of the reach of Rampton. That's going to go all the way down for an icing call. And a face-off in the SFU zone. Almost 2 minutes gone in the third period. A little Metallica over the air here. Sato takes a shot. Pause. Shot Mackay. He was so many people in there. He was able to make the save. Daniels tips it in. Potvin, cross ice. Corbett knocked down only for a moment. Rampton was coming in, and now it's taken away, and Power has it for the Mariners. Saucer pass goes to the near side, and Franklin takes it off the boards. Miles, Rampton. Mariners send it back down, and Mackay plays it to Franklin near side. Cross ice, Miles will skate onto it. Chips it into the middle. Miles is still on it. Quinn Miles shoots. Fleet makes the save and holds on for the whistle.
You know, one thing definitely noticeable, and you know, who knows what the game plan is coming in, but you know, both goalies are still in. You know, obviously the last couple of games we've been seeing goalie swaps like halfway through. You kind of wonder if maybe with the closer, tighter game that both teams opting to
Strobe
go with the one goalie.
off the boards down. Franklin gets there first, being watched by Power. Plays it back near side for Miles. He's going to get there. Finds Cekkarelli. He enters the Mariners zone. Young shoots. Fleet saw it the whole way. Gloves it down. Holds on for a whistle.
SFU with a few shots early, but yeah, haven't had any real like dynamite chances yet, but
Cekkarelli. Didn't win the draw. Now the Mariners, now they're going to get it out. Cook. Young into the cross ice. Erickson. Fleet comes across and makes the save and holds on for the whistle.
Erickson probably might be having nightmares of a Fleet tonight. That's the second big chance of his denied.
Off the draw, it's pause. Wickham, knocked down. Robinson, bouncing puck. Comes right in front of us and sent down. Mackay out to play, gets it to Miles. Or sorry, Robinson. That's at 8, not 9. Bannock. Now takes a deflection. Gravis. He's got Bannock in front. Bannock! Can't jam it home. Puck's loose. No.
No goal is the call.
Probably saying they pushed Fleet in.
Yeah, I can't quite see from up here, but it was probably in, but they probably decided it was not quite a legal play. SFU, yeah, now getting a few opportunities. You're definitely going to be one to cash in on one of these. Fleet's been solid. He's had a number of huge saves. You know, and good on him for rebounding from earlier.
Fraser took a shot, hit a body in front. Chan in the corner. Chan's breaking through. Puck's loose. Fraser's got it. Scores no.
Again, called off.
Bodies into Fleet. Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised they didn't call that a goal. And I think there's some coincidentals going on here.
Yeah, SFU pressing now, but they need to figure out and find a way to get one that counts.
Well, some coincidentals, so we'll stay 5-on-5.
Looks like 4-on-4. Or no?
No, it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, 4-on-4. Looks like they're still kind of discussing things, but see penalties on the board for both sides, so not coincidental.
I guess not.
We see a lot more. BCIHL is usually always coincidental.
So many of them in the BCIHL.
But
linesman's down. Fraser's trying to hook his way in. Now backhand chance from his knees. Dawson. Nope. Puck comes out. Now Jones plays it back into the middle. By the way, it's Tresswell and Schmidt going off for roughing. I don't know if I mentioned that, but. And the puck comes to the zone. Robinson. Dawson, oh, he got a bit of a step here with a falling pause, but Wickham comes over to help out, and good job to take the puck away. Pause now. Oh, now stretch here. Here comes Corbett. He's got a step. Corbett goes wide. Mackay might have made the blocker save, but.
Looking for his third goal tonight, but no
He
dice.
was. He was looking for the hat trick. Potvin. Maxwell. Backhand. Dawson. He's down. Potvin. Still with it. Franklin off the bench. Shoots. Blocked by Strom. Franklin gets it again, though. Potvin. Trying to make a move. He does. Tries to go through the legs. Puck's loose in front of the crease. No SFU player was there as the penalties expire. We're back to even strength.
Yeah, just a juicy, puck right there in the platter, but nobody around to get. SFU, yeah, they've definitely been doing a lot more. They've been looking pretty good in the offensive zone. Been getting a lot of chances, a lot of dangerous ones. Obviously, two goals that were, two, whatever you want to call it, called off. But you figure a way to capitalize. But definitely looking like an improvement over the second period.
They have. Chan. Now it's Erickson. Had a glorious chance on a wraparound, robbed by Fleet in the second period. Trustwell cuts his stick down on the ice after some attempts by Young to lift it, and the Mariners come away with it. Mode. It's behind Daniels as it hit a stick, and now SFU gets possession. Chan over to Franklin on the far side. Ceccarelli. Here comes Corbett. He's got Power with him. Corbett lost the puck for a second, then he fed it in the middle, finds Power. Tried to play it in the middle, too many bodies. Young's working with him. Robinson to the far side, Franklin. Erickson tips it out of the zone, and now Danforth. Strom couldn't get it in deep. Now he tries on the second attempt and gets it. McKay. Miles over to Robinson, who gets it to Young. Miles. Grabas tips it in, goes for a change, doesn't go very deep though. Oh, they're gonna call it. I don't know. I thought that took a deflection. And the refs are going to talk it over. I don't know the exact rule on a too many man, but it's not like SFU played it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't.
They say definitely one of those things where probably it'd be SFU need to clean up. You never really want to see too many men calls in the.
But I can't say I'm too. I mean, usually too many men is kind of blatantly obvious. And I mean, I would agree with that. That is too many men. But the question, I think, is did they play it?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to call it. So VIU is going to get their power play, and they've looked good thus far.
Yeah, SFU's been, you know, again, uncharacteristically, you know, going back to last night, but uncharacteristically bad on the penalty kill. And, you know, in a period where SFU is kind of regaining their swagger, this is a big opportunity for VIU to tie it up, kind of shift things back.
We'll see. Their second bench minor for too many men, and VIU's on the power play. They made good on the first one. Jones tried to feed in the middle. Stick got in the way. Mode, Earhart. Mode. Shot goes wide. Jones, Earhart. Mode, Jones. Cross ice, puck's bouncing, it's loose in the crease. Net's off. Dangerous, dangerous times.
Yeah, definitely some solid pressure from the Mariners here. You know, and in a period, like I said, where SFU has looked like they've gotten the edge back. This power play is really a gift.
Mode. Hunter tried to feather one across. Came back to the point. Jones. Mode. Earhart. Blocker saved by Mackay. Hunter. Lost it. Robinson. Well, there's a chance here for numbers here for SFU. They want it. They got 2-on-1. Bannock's. It's Maxwell. Finds Bannock! Was out of his reach. Now numbers going the other way. Burgesson was just out of his reach. Dawkins takes the puck and sends it down. 30 seconds to go in the penalty to SFU for too many men. And VIU will go for another rush. Burgesson lost it, but it went right to Daniels, and then back to Burgesson into the middle. It's only where Franklin is. He'll work it off the boards, kept in by Wickham. Franklin followed it up and got it out. Schmidt will chase after Wickham. Drops it for pause. And now the Mariners will go. Penalty's over. Erickson's out of the box. Who was serving the too many men penalty. Erickson goes across. Schmidt. Robinson. Over to Schmidt!
A little bit of
Net comes off. I was just watching that rough stuff.
Whistle activities.
Well, we're midway through this third period. It's still 4-3. And timeout called.
Yeah, we've got a nail biter to end it. SFU has looked, you know, a lot better in this third period. They've had some really good chances. They haven't been able to solve Matthew Fleet in the third period so far, but who's been looking really good. You know, had a tough start to a game of letting, you know, those 4 goals in the span of, I don't know, 5 minutes or 6 minutes, but since then he's been dynamite. He's made some huge stops.
Face off, but the net's not fixed. All right, it's good. Still early in the season. Now we're good. Net's on the moorings, and quick shot saved by Fleet. Bennett tried to get it in, but it was blocked. Trying to get it again. Ciccarelli, Young's in there. Cook comes to help out for VIU. Young's trying to come away with it. He almost did. Now he's on with the boards. Gets it in deeper. Ciccarelli plays it to Young. Kyle Young back to Miles, shoots, looking for a tip. Ciccarelli collects off the block. Ciccarelli. Young works it around. Went off the toe of his stick, went wide. Now Cook. Sent down. They're calling a tip. I guess off the SFU player, so no icing. Robinson looking near side for Erickson. That's going to be icing.
We've got some time for our third and final sponsor shout out of the night. Tonight's third period is brought to you by Van Meck Plumbing and Heating. Visit them online at www.vanmeck.ca.
Well, the heating is certainly we're getting into those months where heating will be more required.
Indeed. My house is a lot colder today than it was a week ago.
It certainly was chilly today. It's certainly sweater weather today. Love a good sweater weather fall. Puck taking the bounce, and now SFU has possession, and here goes Miles. Tried to make a toe drag move, and he got checked in the process, and now Rampton. He'll shoot. Fleet bobbled it for a moment, but he's able to collect it and hold on for a whistle. 8:13 to go in the third period.
Yeah, a little bit of a rebound there, but nobody in sight, so no harm, no foul.
Face-off goes to pause. Now puck's lifted in by Power. Chan. Dawkins. Rampton. Chan. Oh, Fleet saw it at the last second, I think. Got his blocker on it. Potvin. It's back to Chan. Shots blocked. Now it's taken by Paz. Does get out with some help from Strome. Dawkins rips it around. Fleet's out to play it. Leaves it. Nope, he plays it. Burgesson. Good stick by Robinson to block it. Rampton. His pass was blocked for a moment. Speranza sent it down. I think it's going to be icing, yes. And a face-off back in the SFU zone. Face-off to the left of Mackay. Miles lifts it off the boards and down, and that's going to be another icing. Another face-off.
Slowed down a little bit.
Yes. Another face-off, same thing.
Yeah, let's try this again.
SFU wins the draw again. This time it's Robinson off the boards. It gets to Potvin, works around Danforth. Franklin, oh, stays in. He was at the red line, so no icing. Cook, stretch pass, finds Daniels. Austin Daniels, pad save by Mackay. Hit the ref's skate, so the puck stopped a bit. Now Daniels again. Took a deflection and goes out of play for a whistle and a face-off.
So for SFU, obviously this non-conference team, the last game at home before they go on their sort of their college tour.
Yes.
Let me draw up some of the. I should probably before I started talking had the schedule in front of me. We'll talk during the next break and play.
I don't really know where. Yeah, I don't have the schedule on the top of my head. Bannock, they're offside, I think, and the whistle goes. And here's your next break, Austin.
So yeah, luck very quick, but October 3rd next. I want to say, is that Friday?
Yeah, it's Friday.
Friday.
Confirmed.
They play Providence College and then Bentley University, 2 NCAA Div 1 teams. And on the Sunday, they also play Sacred Heart University. So a back-to-back-to-back to start out their American games.
Classic. Mode shoots, goes wide. Maxwell gets it out. Providence, the Friars. A very good program out there in Hockey East of the NCAA. Puck takes a bounce. Penalties coming up to SFU. It will be Maxwell. It's going to be a boarding call. And VIU's getting another power play.
Yeah, big opportunity for VIU. The game's definitely, this third period definitely swung towards SFU, but VIU's had their chances and looked and had their moments in the last power play.
Well, Fanning on the clearing attempt. Chan took his man down. And no call. Earhart. Jones, Mode, back to Jones. At the circle. Mackay, that's off. As Mackay was completely fumbling on his skates and it pushed the net off. He looked confused that the net came off. SFU wins the draw around the boards by Dawkins, and the puck comes out and it'll go down to the VIU zone. Young's chasing after it. Almost beat Earhart, but Mode. Corbett enters the zone. Mode. Shot by Earhart. It's blocked by Robinson, and SFU gets it out. Mode. Corbett. Enters the zone, makes a move. Corbett over to Jones, who shoots. Mackay makes the save. Dawson. Mode takes it away for VIU. Now Hunter. Off the stick of Corbett. Now here comes SFU. 45 seconds to go on the penalty. Schmidt drops it for Franklin. Franklin over to Schmidt. Can you do that? I don't know. Franklin shoots. It's blocked by Earhart. An amazing chance for SFU, but nothing doing. And now Burgesson, he'll shoot. Goes wide of Mackay. Schmidt almost got around the check. Puck comes out. And now here comes VIU. It's Wickham. Net's off. Net's off. Net's off.
Well, now one to go the other way. Yeah, and SFU, they've had some like grade A chances, and there's just been so much of that where it's like, how did that not go in?
Yep.
Like, feel a little bit snake bitten this third.
They
period.
do.
You know, and you know, Fleet's been great too.
Yeah, not just like the Mariners. They've been playing a great third period. Or great, well, second and third period, I'd say. Wickham being watched by Bannock. Maxwell's out of the box. Penalty is killed as Fleet takes the puck and directs it to the corner. Pause. Wickham. Puck comes right on Mackay, and they'll force him to stop it and hold on for a whistle with 3:47 to go.
For the VIU fans watching this broadcast, they play Trinity Western tomorrow at Langley Event Center, but it's an early one and a quick turnaround for his team. 11:30 in the morning.
What?
Game, so
that's a tough turnaround.
So yeah, no rest. But they'll probably be able to go back home sooner.
That is true. They got you could even get
Saturday
maybe
night,
the 5 o'clock ferry home.
So they'll
Gotta
probably
make sure.
They'll probably be happy in the nighttime.
Got to make sure you have your reservation though. Gravis comes in. Plays it in, Speranza. Chan at the point. Puck goes through the legs of Speranza, and now picking it up were the Mariners. And now Chan. Off the boards, goes down. I think that's going to be icing. The referees seem to agree. And a face-off. Back in the SFU zone. Off the boards and out. I think that hit a VIU player, so that's not going to be, it's going to negate the icing. Now Cook to Danforth. Rampton got a stick on it for a moment, but it gets to Jones. Puck's tipped. I think that's going to be, nope. Mess of bodies in the back there. Hunter's there. And the referee finally blows a whistle. It was Dawkins in there for SFU. Referee's talking over, and there'll be another face-off to the right of Mackay. Puck a bit of a scramble on the draw there, and SFU comes away with it. Dawson rung around to the far side, kept in. Rampton falls as he made the pass, but it was taken away by the Mariners, and Earhart throws it over to Hunter. Hunter sends it in. Franklin. Enters the zone, does Franklin. He'll ring it around the boards. Erickson lets it go to Miles. Dawson couldn't get a stick down for the tip. Erickson takes it away. Couldn't keep control of it as Earhart came over to help Mode. Now Earhart gets it ahead, and Corbett lost it, but it was poke checked by SFU right to Power, who lost it immediately, and now Miles has it for SFU. Tries to go across ice to Young. Too many sticks were in the way, but it does go across, and Young ends up with possession. Sent in by Young. Wickham behind his net. .90 seconds to go in the game. Strome takes it. Backhands. Can't get it through. Chan. Off the boards. Doesn't get out. Wickham keeps it in. Maxwell. Fleet comes to the bench, and 1 second too late as Kyle Young puts it in the empty net. As wrong timing, I think, for...
Yeah, it was a good effort by VIU, you know, in this game to try and get the comeback. And, you know, we still do have some time, minute 10, but certainly that empty net goal.
Shot goes wide.
Makes it that much less likely.
You never know, I guess. But 5-3 is the score. Gravis sends it in. Penalties coming up, I think, to SFU. Carter Schmidt looks like he's getting...
Make things interesting. We got just under 43 seconds.
It's a slashing call.
Two goals seems like a tall order, but VIU does have some time.
Four straight penalties for SFU.
Yeah, SFU's been penalized. I guess a bit of time to you know, shaking off maybe a few of the penalty kill jitters, but
Jones, Mode. Down low. They're giving it unassisted for Kyle Young, who found the empty net. Now Jones. Puck's loose in the middle. Mariners get possession again. Mode. Earhart. Back to Mode. Shot by Jones is blocked by Robinson. He's checked off the puck, but empty net chance. Goes wide. And that should just about do it here. As Earhart gets it, and that will do it. SFU, a bit of a scare in the end, but they come away with
it was a lot closer of a game than SFU would have won. That first period, it looked like it was going to be a blowout. They were skating circles around, but VIU, to their credit, came back. You know, a really gutsy second period. It was for SFU. You know, they were able to find their form back in the third period, but you know, I think a lot closer than they won. This is a game, you know, more than anything, SFU didn't want to lose. And credit to VIU for keep playing. Credit to Matthew Fleet for having such a great game after, you know, after allowing those 4 goals early on. And, you know, not really his fault on most of those, but credit for him for staying in and just staying on his head later in the game. He saved some huge, this game could have been, you know, SFU could have had that, you know, insurance goal a lot earlier than that empty netter if it weren't for Fleet's outstanding goaltending.
They could have been, but SFU just come away with the win. Final shots were 40-33 in favor of SFU. As the 3 stars, why don't you take us through it?
So our third star is Aiden Corbett with the 2 goals. He had a really good game for Trinity Western. Our second star tonight is Max Potvin. He had the game winner. He's just a diamond. He's always a dynamite player for SFU since coming over last year. And the first star tonight, it seems like I've been saying his name a lot. Gray Rampton. He's been a revelation. He's, you know, this year's rookie sensation. He had 2 assists tonight. Some big setups following a 3-point night last night. He's been great. Probably, you know, an honorary mention goes to, like I said, Matthew Fleet in net for VIU.
Yep.
You know, really great game. After, you know, his 4 goals, he was just solid.
Solid nights. Both teams, I thought, played good. We got a good game in the end. I think Robinson was getting a little heated with the ref at the end there as Luka Grabas came to pull him away, but the game is over, at least, and SFU comes away with a 5-3 victory. They're on the road, as you mentioned, next. But you'll hear us next October 17th with the BCIHL squad back in action here at Bill Copeland Arena, and should be very exciting.
Yeah, the BCIHL home opener.
We love a good BCIHL. We'll see you then. Nick Torrin alongside us, Kozgar. We're on camera. Swati on the graphics. We'll see you again.